What is up, YouTube? Welcome to episode 2 of the Daily Access. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Road Access. I worked last night until about 11:30, midnight, something like that, and then headed off to bed. Got up this morning. I was up for like 20 hours yesterday on a little under 4 hours of sleep, so definitely took the advantage of getting up a little bit later today. It's 9 o'clock, so we're just rolling. What's the benefit? I guess one of the biggest benefits to working for yourself is, you kind of can make your own schedule. I mean, you do make your own schedule, but one of the negatives to it is that you make your own schedule. So one of my biggest downfalls that I'm really working on is when I don't have hard times to meet, my mornings are slow and rough. I don't have a routine really because I'm kind of all over the place. Because of my back injury, I don't go to the gym in the morning because, fun fact for you, you're not supposed to load your spine with weight within 2 hours of waking up. Because when you lay down, your back decompresses, and then when you stand back up, your body weight starts to compress your discs in your back a little bit, just from your body weight. And so it's not really good for you to get up first thing in the morning and go to the gym and lift heavy weights. Granted, I don't really lift heavy anymore, but it's just not a good idea, so I've just avoided that. But I've entertained the idea of getting up and starting back running or something, but I'm not really allowed to run on hard pavement anymore, but I can run on hills and, like uneven terrain, trail running, stuff like that. So I don't know, it's a thought, but I need to work on a morning routine on just getting up at the same time, going to bed at about the same time, and just kind of getting it rolling. Shout out to you guys like Jake last year or 2 years ago, whenever I was talking to him about his, because when he was here in Colorado, he was getting up at some ungodly like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, going to the gym, working out, taking a shower, and then going to work, and then being to work at like 6 or 7 or whatever. Yeah, kudos to you for that. Even when I was active duty, we had PT at like 5:30 was the earliest. Maybe in basic it was 5 o'clock, but early for me. So we are on the way to the first job. Actually, I have to run a personal errand on the way to that job, but I need to call this one guy and see if it'll work out to meet up with him on the way south, and then run an errand, and then pretty much make some phone calls. So let's ride. I'm not moving my mount for my phone right this second because it's been kind of a pain to get it stuck to the windshield. So you're just stuck checking out my cracked windshield. I cracked it. It's been over a year ago, and then I wasn't in Colorado when it cracked, and then I never was here enough time to get the windshield replaced, let it set, and then get the tin put back on it. So it's it's been kind of a battle, but I'm gonna try to get it done before I leave Colorado this time, so I can just get it all done before I head back to the East Coast. So I'll have to deal with a cracked windshield for another however many months. But anyhow, there you go. All right, so 9:54. First estimate done for the day. Pretty simple back porch. Just has like 2 posts, and then there's like a 18-inch drop or so down to the ground. And he just doesn't want his kids falling off, so it's just going to be a straightforward. It's about 7 foot face to face of like the stone. So you got to consider when you're putting in these that you got to put base plates on the bottom, right? And then you have to also drill the holes into the concrete. So you got to have enough room to get your drill down in there and get your anchors in. So if we go 7 face to face, at best case, that's going to be outside of base plate to outside of base plate, and then probably come in another inch on each end. So we're looking at 6'10" outside of base plate to outside of base plate, and then 2x2 square frame with the 4x4 base plates. You're going to take off another inch, so we're looking at 6'8" of the railing itself. So 6'8" square frame, base plates, and then doing like 1/2 inch little risers in it. Might go 1.5 inches on the tubing just to be a little bit more like a petite finish. He showed me some that were at a neighbor's house, and so he liked those. So that actually has like a top rail and then about a 6-inch drop and then a second rail. All right, so I haven't taken you guys in anywhere really. I have to come back to this supply place here later on, pick up some stuff either today or tomorrow, so I'll take you in there and show you. It's called Dencoal Steel. Prices are pretty reasonable. I didn't know that they carried everything pretty much. I mean, they're a full steel yard, and they also do ornamental stuff, and so I thought maybe they just did the small ornamental stuff, but they gave me a whole book of things. It looks like their quote price on steel, basically this set of handrails, they wanted the little fancy top cap like I was talking about, and the cap rail they have to sell it in 20-foot sticks, and I only need 10, actually 12, so a 12-footer would have been great, but they only sell it in 20, so I can get it in 10, so it's easier to transport. But I have to buy the whole 20-foot piece, but it's $50, so 25 for 10 foot, 2.5 a foot. It's actually pretty reasonable for what it is. 1 3/4 inches. I'm headed to the house now to unload the truck and just kind of get some of my crap out of the car, and then do some math, put in some orders, and then from there probably go pick up material and then go work on that van tonight. So now we're gonna ride over to the camper, and I guess I'll give you guys a tour of what it looks like. Let's get it. So just got through eating lunch, like I said, and then did a bunch of work while I was in there. Ran through the jobs that I've looked at in the last couple of days. Got a material list together. Basically just figured out the links, how much stuff I need, and then sent out some emails to get the quotes specifically on those. That way all I have to do when I get ready to go through with them. Nobody's given me a deposit yet. I just gotta hit them up and be like, yo, my quote number is this. I want to go ahead and pick that up in half an hour, and then it's on the way. So yeah, let's run over to the camper. This is my list of jobs that I had. A lot of these came in while I was on vacation. I use a planner, but I've gotten to the point to where like I have a month planner, and so I write out like things that I know I have to do throughout the month. But the problem with it is there's not enough space for days. There's like a weekly, and it has like a morning, afternoon, and evening, but it's like a little like 1.5 inch block, and it's hard to write everything I need to write in there, because I try to write like name, what the job is, and where it is at minimum. And so I use these more than anything, these big legal pads. This is a regular size paper. It's not the full legal length, like the 18-inch or whatever, but basically I just have a schedule written here. Tuesdays when I got back, so today's Wednesday, then Thursday, and then Friday. So I have one thing on the schedule Friday. I have 2 things that are hard times for tomorrow, and then I have if I make it over there. So I'll write those things in pencil that I kind of like are floating around the schedule. And then right in here, I was trying to do different colors for every day, just so I could see where the break is, just so I don't like overrun. But then over here to the side, I have follow-ups, and then I have fall-offs. And so my follow-ups, are people that are like, yeah, get with me next week, or I'm waiting on this. Like this guy wants me to come in and drill some holes into like a rock so he can bolt this eagle like sculpture down. And so, he's like, oh, well, it's delayed and whatever else. I got another guy who wants me to weld on some subframe connectors on a 65 Mustang, and they're delayed from the factory. So, like it's confirmed, but it's like I just have to kind of keep on them and follow up. And then the fall-offs, like Thumbtack, you have to pay for the leads, which I don't really like the idea in concept, but I'll take it because normally the cost is around 10 to 12 bucks. At minimum, it's a $200 job, so like that's 5%. It's worth it, I think, for the jobs. And then once you get your name out there enough. Most of my jobs end up being repeat customers, so it's not that big of a deal. But with some of these thumbtack things, they'll send you, hey, I want you to come out and do this, and then they don't respond, and then you call them, and then you text them, and then can't get anything from them, and then they're like, well, I found somebody else. But I have those in the fall-offs category. So the guy that hit me up at the SUV hitch, literally, he sent me a message like, hey, I want to hitch welded on the SUV. I responded, okay, great, thanks. What, do you have any details? You got any pictures? When are you wanting to do it? Nothing back. Send him a follow-up, nothing back. Send him a text, nothing back. Send him a call, nothing back. But I don't want to forget that customer. So I put them in the fall-offs category, and I will keep up with it for, like 60 days or something like that. Because sometimes people, like this one guy was out of the country for like 3 weeks. And so, he hit me up completely out of the blue. And so, like, I get it as someone that leaves the country for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. So I just write those fall-offs down here, and then like today I followed up with 1, 2, 3 of the follow-up people, and they found somebody else while I was on vacation. No big deal. I follow it up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the fall-offs. I got 3. They're not worried about the project anymore. I got 2 that went with somebody else. Not that I really care if they went with somebody else, or like it's just not on my schedule. And quite frankly, like right now, I'm so busy keeping up with all these things, and the projects that I do have confirmed are going to take me like a few days to get done, and I'm just down to 21 days left before I head back to the East Coast. And so I am really like crunching on scheduling, and so I'm not super worried about some of these jobs. Granted, the cash flow for some of those $200 jobs, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we'll say 7 times 200, that's $1,400 I missed out on. But like, it's also like a relief in a way. So it's a good problem to have, as the customer said yesterday. So I'm gonna run over to the camper. I'm gonna shoot a quick video. I just posted the daily access update, basically just that rundown video that I recorded yesterday of what I've been up to. And so that just posted. I'm gonna work on the daily access video from yesterday, try to get it posted maybe tonight, depending on how late I work. I just went over to Chick-fil-A and used their internet, and it was pretty slow, but I'm close to the camper. I looked up and found that there's some faster internet at like Barnes & Noble and Starbucks, so I'm going to do that and see if I can't find a place to get quick internet on the fly. Maybe I can just pull in the parking lot. But I forgot to send one more email, but I had the business card in my truck, and then we are en route. All right, guys, so today kind of wrapped up a little early. I did some running around, got some quotes. The 2 steel places that are closest to Denver, Dencol and Altitude, are the only 2 that I really have operated with. They were both, Altitude closes at 4 and Dencol closes at 4:30. So by the time I went over to Chick-fil-A, got something to eat, and then came home to the camper. I ended up shooting a little rig tour video, which that'll be posting here soon. And then I cleaned the truck out because I had my clothes in here, all that crap, and then I wasn't going to make it over there in time. So I went ahead and placed the orders for the rails I measured last night up in Fort Collins. That's quoted and ready to go. He's going to send me the deposit here shortly. The job we bid this morning, he sent me the deposit, so I've got that quote typed up, sent over to him. He approved it, sent me the deposit, and so I sent out a couple different emails over to the steel place, and going to get all that material tomorrow. And so right now I'm headed over to Barnes & Noble. Going to hang out over there and work on some videos. Just because I don't want to use... Oh, there's a yellow jacket in here. Or horsefly. I just don't want to use up my hotspot data to post YouTube videos. And it seems like Barnes & Noble has a little bit better connection than what Chick-fil-A has. So basically I just Googled mobile hotspots near me, and those came up as local broadband places. So we're about to find out if their internet is actually decent or not. But yeah, I'm going over there to edit videos and then work on some homework, because I'm in school now, like I said earlier. So we're on the way over to freaking mobile, use some free internet, get some work done, and it's probably going to wrap it up for today. Hope you guys enjoyed today's running around video. Tomorrow is Thursday, so I'm going to dedicate tomorrow's episode to Thoughtful Thursday. Now, I know it likely won't get posted on Thursday, but I want to keep up with that. Maybe next week I'll be able to turn the videos out a little faster. I'm just going to kind of do this. I'm going to call it semi-daily because I don't know that I'm going to sit here and record myself every day because it's going to get monotonous for you guys. But Thoughtful Thursday, tomorrow I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm doing and then dedicate that to some lessons that I've learned. And then maybe Friday I'll do a business video. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm just going to end it for today here and finish up what I got to do. Go back to the camper, eat some grub, and rock it out early. Anyway, you guys stay cool. Appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys on the next one. Stay dangerous. Stay safe. Same freaking time.